Welcome to the D.A.M.N podcast. D.A.M.N is for Daniel, Ashley, yours truly, Mike and Neda. We're going to be talking about a variety of different things, real spit. We're going to keep it all the way 100. We are from all over this globe. Me and Ash are in the DMV area. Dan representing Philly. And where you at in Lubbock?
Austin, Texas.
Austin,
Texas.
And then we got the princess of Persia out here. Go ahead and tell her where you from, Neda, and what you represent, because you done
Neda gotta turn her mic on first.
Yeah, turn your mic on and tell folks where you coming from. Vegas to Egypt, the Cairo, Saudi Arabia.
All that. Kuwait, Palestine, Jordan, represent all them beautiful countries. You know it.
All throughout the Middle East. So we're gonna get into a plethora of things, but I'm gonna let my cousin,
Jordanian, Egyptian.
Dad, go ahead and talk to the people. Tell the people about yourself and what we about to get into and what they about to embark on with us.
Man, you got about 15 stamps on your passport. They all different colors. I bet.
Go ahead and tell the people about yourself, Dan.
Yo, I'm from Philly. I'm down here in Austin. I did a whole bunch of traveling, been all around the country, all around the world. Just about to have some fun.
All around the world, like Puff and Mace.
Man, I'm trying to get all the way around, right? All the way around, at least one time.
Ash, go ahead and talk to the people. Tell the people about yourself. What you got going on, the things that you dibble and dab in.
Well, I'm dibbing and dabbing and rolling me a little something to relax myself real quick. However, I'm Ash. I am what you would call, I say a military brat, but I basically for the past since I guess 98, I've been in like the Ox Hill, DC area or whatever. I have also been around different countries as well. So I'm nice seasoned there. Love my Black folks. All right. I'm married, got 3 beautiful daughters, awesome ass motherfucking husband. And I have no cut cards about myself. So just be prepared for some real spit, because that's what the fuck's about to go on with me. Love y'all.
Real spit.
Real
Go
shit.
ahead, Miss Ramadan. Tell folks about you.
Well, my name is Neda, and I'm out here in Vegas, West Coast. Everybody else is Mid and East Coast, so I'm the only West Coaster out of all of us. And I've been here since 2010. Love this place. And I'm excited to see what we all got to say, and let's see how we can change some, get to the real spit, talking shit, and just eliminate the fake shit. Just get to the real shit. People want to hear what they should be hearing, what we really need to be, talking about and highlighting, and just, be able to, all this distraction, be able to get that away from everybody. So I'm excited to get that going with all these beautiful people.
I think one of the great things about this is that we all have multicultural backgrounds, where we got people in our families, friends of all races and nationalities, and all the bullshit that we see going on a day-to-day basis. We know it's America trying to program and brainwash people out here. A lot of the things that I see that's going on, it seems like they're just trying to eliminate a class. They just wanted to be rich and poor out here. And that's why it's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on between black and white, where it's bigger than black and white. And I think what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about everything from sex, drugs, rock and roll. We're going to get to the heart of it all. I think the biggest thing that's going on in society right now is the gun laws and how they're trying to change everything with all these mass shootings and everything that's going on. And I know they just had something today down there in Texas. And I know we were just talking about it, Dan. Tell us a little bit about what's going on. They shooting folks up down there around the corner. What's going on down there?
Yeah, so a guy came down here and went to a cabinet maker store and shot 5 people. One of them was a cop. Shit is crazy.
Was it a black dude, white dude? What was it?
They ain't said yet. They just captured him like about an hour ago.
How you feeling about what Biden trying to do as far as taking away all the guns and putting all these laws in place where, you know what I'm saying, you got to walk around with a pocket knife?
I think it's good for real. From the shit that he was speaking today, like he wasn't talking about taking guns. He talking about taking big ass guns. like people, like if you got if I come over your crib and you got an AK-47 with a 100-round drum, like, come on, my nigga, you're not hunting deers with that shit. Like, you fucking hunting people. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. If you got some shit like that in your house,
you hunting people like
you
shit.
hunting fucking people with a 100-round drum out of 7.62. Like, nah, that needs to come the fuck off the street. Like, I feel him on that. Like, nope, y'all can keep guns, but you can't keep no shit like that at home. Like, for what?
You can't keep no bazookas and none of that.
Nah,
that
like what
military
you need shit like that
there.
for? We just going deer hunting or going to the range. We can rent something like that at the range, but I don't want my motherfucking neighbor to have that shit. You know what I mean? Like, straight up.
As the women on the podcast, how do y'all feel about guns and society and what's going on? I see that look on your face, Ash. Go ahead. You look like you got something to say for real, for real.
Listen, I honestly, I feel like all of this shit going on with all this fucking mass ass shooting. First of all, I really don't understand none of this shit. I really don't. I don't. I come from a place where it's like, okay, you have your shit to protect yourself. You have your shit to protect your family. You understand what I'm saying? And if certain situations may arise, hey, you know what I'm saying? But once again, you take that shit elsewhere. That even goes to even far as hood shit is concerned. I think it's dumb as shit. Y'all niggas in the hood shooting the shit the fuck up, but y'all screaming my fucking hood, my hood. But y'all shooting that shit the fuck up. Killing innocent kids, killing women, and old people. What's the rules from the beginning, Slim? What's been the rules from the beginning? No kids, no women, no old people. You take your shit and you take it someplace else. I'm baffled by the mentality of these motherfuckers. It's like, even with this whole conceal to carry shit, right? Niggas is so pressed. They're look what the fuck I got. Like, nigga, chill out. All right, real shit.
Say that again. Your camera froze up on you.
My bad. Which part did y'all miss? That's what I was saying. I was trying to make sure my shit was straight, but no, I'm just like, I just real life think it's just dumb as shit to be sitting up here putting all your shit out there. Everybody got this conceal to carry shit going on. You know what I'm saying? It's been like conceal to carry, get your license.
Right.
But as soon as y'all get it, y'all be pressed to show, like, bro, just chill. Just chill. You know what I'm saying? Even the richest man don't show that he rich. You understand what I mean?
In the open. Like,
that's what they want to do. They want to put it all. They want to put it all up on YouTube, and you know what I'm saying. And half of them ain't never been to a gun range, and they aim is all the way off. They gonna fuck around and cheddar bob themselves before they really hit somebody.
Before they even get to the job. Before they even get there.
They gonna be running around like Plexico birds out this motherfucker.
I've been seeing people that buy all these different guns and shit, and they be forgetting the most important thing when you buy these joints. Like, nobody know how to clean their gun. Like, you don't even know how to take this shit apart. All you know how to do is load it and shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody know nothing about maintaining their weapons and nothing, taking them, that's how to break them down. Like, that's crazy. Like, then the type of people that Biden talking about, like, you don't need this type of shit. We'll just get you a revolver or something so you don't fuck up a neighborhood
Exactly.
You ain't smart enough
Exactly.
to have no gun. You know what I
Turn
mean?
shit
We
into
gotta,
Swiss
we gotta
cheese and
eliminate
shit.
certain motherfuckers from having weapons. Like you can have a gun, but just not that gun. That's too big for you.
Get
And
you,
you don't know how to handle it. You're gonna do some weird shit, and we got to take this away.
fuck around and get them a 2-shooter from Harlem Nights. They gave
And that's,
Arsenio Hall
hey,
and
and
Harlem
that's
Nights.
what people need, though.
Give
Put
a
that little
nigga,
shit away.
put that
Hey, he
little
was
shit
definitely
away.
that little motherfucker, though. Yeah.
Hey, let
But
me
nah,
ask you a question.
but hold on,
Hey, go ahead.
because because I was about to say I totally skipped the subject. I didn't skip the subject. I totally went in a different direction. But to speak on the actual subject at matter, the subject at hand of all of these mass shootings, just people just going around. I just don't get it, period. I just don't. And I don't think it's cool, fair, none of the above, that whatever mental issues you got, dog, it's like, okay,
Am I gone?
Nah,
go
you still
talk to
on?
a psychiatrist, go take some medication. You know what I'm saying? Go do something.
But it's like
But I mean,
everybody
it's
don't
no
gotta
need for
actually
you to
the
be sitting
psych
up there
either.
involving everybody else and then going to kill you. Like, come on, man. That's just some
I mean, I
selfish
guess
ass
they
shit.
do. If they call 911.
Hey,
Yes,
Dan, let me ask you a question. When you got into the military, how long were you in basic training before they started teaching you about guns?
Shit. A week? A week.
Damn.
First week.
Like
Damn.
the first week, the first
Left,
week was
right,
just like it was like fucked up part of basic training, like cause they wake you up hella early and shit, and you still gotta go. You don't really gotta go run and exercise though, but they still wake you up early as shit. But then the next week, when you get to once you process and you get to where you're gonna be at, then that's when you get your weapon. Everybody, and then now you on it. Like this motherfucker with you 24/7, unless you taking a shower. That's the only time you ain't got it.
Oh my.
Like literally, that's the only thing you could be doing to not have your weapon with you and not get fucked up. You better be taking a shower. It's your only. Every other time you with that motherfucker, y'all buddies, right?
That reminds me of Full Metal Jacket.
Hey, and that's the truth though.
That literally reminds me of Full Metal Jacket, straight up and down.
Like that should be like that. That'd be so familiar to you. Like you wouldn't get up and run out the house without your tennis shoes on. And that's the same thing. If you outside with this joint, it's going. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't leave your shoes at the house. But you damn sure not about to leave this.
So that's how. So basically, that's how they trained you. They trained you. Let me ask you a question. Would you say that what Ash was saying, Full Metal Jacket is would that be the best movie to equate to what it was like going through basic training and all that?
Hell no, that shit was way easier than he fucking had it. There's no shit like that. Like, absolutely not. Like, man.
Because I was about to say, were you in Marines?
Like, no, in the Army.
In the Army.
Yeah.
You were Army, okay. And we gotta remember, Mike, that was Marines.
Yeah. So I know a few Marines.
But the Marines don't even get down like that no more. Like when they not like that. That shit was wild. Like these niggas having blanket parties and fucking the old boy making him stay up at night and clean and all this. Man, that was fucked up. They would do some bad shit like that to you though. Like we had this one boy, man, he was an asshole, yo. He used to come to work drunk and shit.
Did you have a gomer pile?
He'd just do like.
Did you have a gomer pile inside Jefferson?
Yo, yeah, we had one, and he didn't like her. It was a girl. He didn't like her, so like, she sprained her ankle. So he comes in the middle of the night, and he wakes up the whole building. I'm talking about all 4 platoons. Everybody get up, get the fuck outside in formation. So we all get out there. She got a high ankle sprain. She limping out the building and shit. He like, oh, so you just gonna take your time? Everybody go back inside. Make us go back inside, go back in your room. Nigga blows the whistle again, and everybody got to do the same drill. And she's still limping out the jaw because like she got a high ankle sprain. Like she ain't fucking with you. I can't run. So finally, it was just like, yo, look, if he do this shit again, when he call us to go in, 2 girls just go in her room with her and pick her up. Everybody, one of y'all grab a thigh and get her the fuck outside because he gonna fuck with us all night. Like all night. The boy just kept waking us up. All night. And then he gonna tell us, like, look, the law say I gotta give y'all 8 hours of sleep. The boy gonna then tell us, that don't mean it's consecutive 8 hours. As long as you get 8 hours of sleep tonight. But I could break it up. You know what I mean? Just wake your ass up every 30 minutes. Let you sleep for 30 minutes, wake you up for 30 minutes. The whole building. Like shit like that. You know what I mean? They definitely play mind games with you. For sure.
Neda, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you guys.
The camera's
Sorry,
moving.
I'm just trying to, unwind and enjoy this
Well,
this
tell
spit we
us
about
about
to.
your experience on foreign land with how prevalent guns and busting off over there in the Middle East was. Like, was that something that was just normal when you grew up over there, or you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about guns and what they're trying to do over here in America, being that you've dealt with that on foreign land?
I mean, you got to remember, I was raised here, but I used to go out there and visit family and stuff, and visit people. But it's easier to get a gun out there than it is out here. That's for sure. And a lot of homes have them. A lot of homes carry guns or swords or some kind of, weapon. They don't really use them or have to use them, but everybody's pretty, okay over there. They take precautions pretty well. So other than that, it's, I think here is where the problem is at, to be honest, more than there, if you want the truth, especially with the gun violence and all this shooting and, it's
Right.
yeah.
And everybody
I think here is the problem more than out there.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Definitely.
Yeah, here is just, it there. I feel like it's just, whatever card you flip is the card that it's a hit and miss. If you could just have a bad day out here and just go shoot people and just say you're mentally unstable, and they'll let you off the hook. But and then certain cases people are out of self-defense, and then they get charged with a murder or something, or so I'm just like, no, here is the problem, to be honest, more than third world countries. When it comes to violence, third world countries don't really do violence the way that their violence is a little different. They're all struggling, they all hold hands, they all try to get through the stuff together. Here is a difference when it comes to violence. So here is where I think it needs to be addressed a little more, honestly, comparing the two.
That's why Joe Biden got on their ass this morning. He wasn't going for that shit. Yo,
But
Joe Biden.
however, I am a gun
Like,
owner
did y'all see his
myself.
speech this morning? Huh? I said,
I said, however, I am a firearm. I do hold firearms myself. I am a, I went through the whole background check and concealed to carry and all that, but if that's what you got to do out here, that's what you got to do. But yeah, no, I think guns, I don't think guns are the problem, to be honest, because there are guns in third world countries, and I don't see people shooting each other up because they had a bad day or they're on the wrong medication. Or this is an illness that we need to address and really take care of. Like, I have a family member that I mean, a good person, good human being, just has a alcohol issue, and instead of him getting treated, they just keep throwing him in jail. And I'm like, but he's not getting treated. You're not helping the situation. All you're doing is just making this person angry and just have all these thoughts running through their mind. And I just want to get out, I'll do better. And then the first issue that they have to run across as, a stress issue, they're going to run back straight to the source, and that's not fair, because you really didn't heal them, you didn't help them, you just locked them up and then unlocked them and put them in a cage and take them out of a cage. And it's just, it's not right, so I don't think guns are the issue. It's It's that we need to take care of this illness, this problem that we keep sweeping under the rug. And that's the issue for me.
Just fucking angry, violent American society, the regular shit. That's the truth. And then they not treating it after they caused the problem. Like, this is what you do. You pump nothing but violent movies out there, put it all in everything. In the music, in the movies, all the shows, everything they promote and stand behind. Like, you look at like all the movies that's like American history, like it's always some shit like some shit about the Civil War or World War II. Or, you know what I mean? Like it's always something fucking violent. Like it's wars and fighting and killing and, you know what I mean, conquering, like nonstop. This shit is embedded into the fucking culture. Like straight up.
The two things that sell, pussy and violence.
Violence, damn right.
You know
It's
what it
America. This is America.
That's
you know
it.
what it is? Like, right.
It's a capitalistic society, and people always say we live in a democracy, but this is a fucking parliament. I mean, if you look at how things are being ran and how things are handled, they got you believing that you have rights and you have, you know what I'm saying, all this equal shit. Nah, this shit ain't equal. This shit is
Never has been.
they got an agenda at hand. And
Yeah, definitely.
they
I mean,
looking
you
at
just
each
look at regular cases in the news side by side, like, nah, this shit ain't right.
they looking at each one of us as assets and liabilities. That's it.
Exactly.
Like, nah, yeah, this shit ain't, nah.
They give you a social security number. That's basically a business contract. If you ain't making no money for us, they got to get you the fuck up out of here. Whether it's through the food that you ingesting, whether it's through buying all these motherfucking guns, whatever it is, it's a war going on outside, and folks are oblivious to it. They just get lost in the sauce, is what I call it, and
super lost.
Don't nobody have no codes. There's no morals. There's nothing. It's like the Wild Wild West, for real, for real. A lot of times people
I don't know what the fuck. My bad.
No, what you gonna say?
I don't know what the fuck happened to the G code.
There is none.
That shit went out the motherfucking window. I don't know what happened.
It went out the window when they started letting skinny jeans and niggas that like to get vibrators put in their ass in their ass. So that sure left when that happened.
Man, and the purse bags and all that shit, yo, like I be, man.
That shit went out the window as soon as that happened. As soon as all that shit as soon as women wanted equal rights and to be equal to men, and men wanted to start dressing like women, all that shit went out the window.
Out the window. I mean, I feel like this. It's like Craig went to the damn mall the other day. This nigga couldn't even figure out what the fuck to get. Because he was like, I can't shop in this bitch. He's like, what am I supposed? He was like, everything's small as shit. He said, y'all got these mood shoes that look like y'all walking on marshmallows and shit. And then y'all got this skinny ass shit over here. What the hell is going on? He was like, what the fuck is going on? Next thing you know, it's going to be like, what is it? What was that, John? What was that, Demolition Man? When Taco Bell took over every fucking thing?
Yeah.
The fuck, man? This shit wild as shit. I don't know what the fuck happened.
They gave my man a ticket for cussing.
Like I said, it's the wild, wild west out here, and people they so stuck in their phones and in the TV and in their video games. Like when this pandemic and shit happened, and we was on lockdown for a couple months, especially in this area. And then when shit kind of opened back up and I went back outside, I was like, oh shit, these motherfuckers are scared of their own shadow out here. Folks is scared to death. And it wasn't even just the virus. It was motherfucking white people being scared of black people scared of the police, like everything. I was like, man, motherfuckers is scared to stand up for anything. And that's why I'm looking at this shit. Everybody's like, Biden is going to be the great hope or the great savior. But man, these laws and stuff that they trying to implement, we gonna see in 4 years what's going on. He ain't did shit he said he's gonna do and promised that he's gonna do. I mean, this motherfucker's still sitting in jail right now for laws that he passed on the 86 crack bill and the motherfucking 94 crime bill. That, hey, go ahead and let these motherfuckers out.
But hold
Right.
on.
Yeah.
But then you got the other part of who the vice president is.
Hey.
And how many of us she has locked up for no good goddamn reason. I'm just saying. But you know,
Hey.
Chucks and Pearls, motherfucker, Chucks and Pearls. Like, what the fuck?
Chucks and Pearls was it did exactly what it was designed to do. It was a catchy phrase and it got attention real fast and it started trending and motherfuckers fell for it. But if you would have just with a long history, motherfucker, you would know what type of person they was and wouldn't let them hit you with a catchphrase. Like some Nike shit, like, yo, just do it. And motherfuckers was just saying it like that. Like, you know what I mean? Chucks and Pearls. Like this, ain't nobody said Chucks and Pearls since she swore the fuck in. Ain't like, yo.
Y'all must have forgot her trail with them Chucks and Pearls with our skin color though. Y'all forgot about that shit. Y'all was just so pressed to have a black woman in the office. Y'all forgot about that shit. But then again, whatever choice did we have? Whatever the choice did we have? You know what I'm saying? You gotta go with what the lesser evil. And at this point, we kind of know what the lesser evil is. At the same time, do we know that because one is just not blatantly, openly talking out their ass? You understand what I'm saying? Because like,
she a strong black woman. I'm sure she uplifts her strong black man, right? I mean, you know, she take care of that. She got a strong black man handling shit at home. She, you know what I'm saying? She rubbing his back,
do
right?
She? Do she?
Do she, Dave?
Do she?
No.
Hell no, she don't. Hell the fuck no. She ain't got nobody's back. That's for sure.
Man.
No.
But you know, they tell me to just shut up, man. You know, I can't talk online. They block me online. They tell me shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You just supposed to be happy that I got a
You
half
ain't blocked
Jamaican
here.
and a half.
No, you need to say what you need to say here. You ain't blocked
that's
here.
claiming to be an African American out here, like.
Oh, you talking about the Indian American, Jamaican?
I'm talking about the Tiger Woods. She's the Tiger Woods of the vice presidency out this motherfucker.
Malaysians, a vice president.
Oh, speaking of Tiger Woods,
like,
so they found that he was just speeding and shit.
So why
the
they
nigga just lost control? I don't know. They just had listen. I was upstairs getting dressed. They had a
no, I heard it. I'm just saying, like, this shit sounds so funny.
Press conference and shit, and they were like, nothing was wrong with Tiger. He wasn't under the influence. He lost control, and it looked like at some point he tried to slow down, but he just, you know, he didn't know what was going on. I'm just telling you what the people on news.
They didn't even do that.
That's not a traffic violation,
right?
I'm just telling you what the people on the news said.
On top of that, the sheriffs never even got a warrant to get the blood sample from him when the shit happened. So they don't even know what he was under the influence of because nobody ever bothered to check his blood. They just was making sure he was gonna stay alive.
That nigga had 6 Bloody Marys and 2 Shirley.
Dead ass and was rushing to get on his way to the airport because he was running late. And slept by 30 minutes and jumped up and was like, fuck it.
And the Shirley Temples was not drinks. It was Shirley on that temple. You know how Tiger Woo go.
That's real shit.
Tiger Woo ain't playing no games with y'all out here. He going to get it, and he going to get him a couple bad porn stars out here. He going to have
guy, man. His falls are always hard.
That nigga said, I ain't swinging no golf clubs unless I'm hitting some cheeks.
It's some good shit.
What you got going on out there? What you got going on out there in Vegas, Neda?
Nothing much. Just got done with the cereal and milk. That was some good stuff right there.
Looks like you feel like I do.
Sir, hold on. Hold on, cereal and milk. What's that?
Yes.
Is that a new strand of marijuana, or is that a
I don't know if
munchie?
it's new. It's been out here for a while.
No, it's
I don't know
not
what's going
new.
on your side of the world, but we're good out here.
I don't know. I get all my info from Ash. Ash lets me know what's grade A out this motherfucker. I
You
don't be knowing
smoking some
what the
great
new shit is.
Oh yes, this is Mandarin cookies. Smells like Mandarin. Great sativa. I am a connoisseur, so you will soon learn, everyone. You will soon learn. That's all I can say. You will soon learn.
Definitely. Well, we got a lot going on. This is our first episode, but we definitely got some real shit going on.
Most
We
definitely.
definitely will have some real shit going on. We're gonna have some real shit to talk about. We're just
I cannot wait to share with you.
I'm going to Orlando. We're gonna do a show from the beach.
Fuck that. Let's go to Disney World, nigga, or Universal
I just
Studios.
said I'm going to Orlando.
When? You said the beach.
Next month.
That's not the beach.
Why not?
Miami's the beach, ain't it?
I'm saying,
where's the map,
what you
Mike?
consider a
Pull out
beach?
the map.
Water and sand, like
Nah,
shit.
the
They
only
got some shit there.
only beach I know close to Orlando is probably gonna be Cocoa Beach. That's
going
gonna be
to
the closest.
Cocoa Beach?
That's gonna be the closest beach I know near
Cocoa
Orlando.
Beach. That's what my sister said yesterday.
You're gonna
That's what she
Cocoa
was
Beach.
at.
All right.
Your sister always. Your sister, man. We got some traveling folks in our family.
It's her birthday, so
Folks going to China, doing all kinds of shit out here, man.
yeah.
We're going to China.
Yeah. She home now, though.
Just saying.
I was about to say I got some stuff from China, but I ain't
she
going.
home now. But yeah, definitely. Man, I was just thinking that today. I was like, yo, if this fucking cooking shit really pop, what would be the smartest thing to do if you was gonna sell a lot of food? Go to somewhere where it's a lot of people. Where is it a lot of people? Fucking China. It's a billion of them motherfuckers.
Them
You can
motherfuckers.
sell 10,000 or whatever the fuck you making quick as shit. It's a billion of y'all. Somebody fucking hungry. You know what I mean?
You know, they built
motherfuckers
that
want rice
hospital
and
in
soup.
3 days. They built one of the biggest COVID hospitals in three or 4 days. I'm gonna say 3 days because that's what I heard. 3 days.
I don't know. I don't
Right.
get
You
it.
sure about that? You sure about that? It wasn't 3 weeks. Huh?
Man.
I'm about to straight Google that shit and find out.
Yeah, you sure it was 3 days?
No,
What
it
was
was
the
literally 3 days. It took them 3 days to build one of the biggest COVID hospitals or some shit like that.
You talking about in China?
Yes.
Yeah, they threw that motherfucker up like literally overnight. Like that's why I said it's a billion of them motherfuckers. Like, yo, you could just ain't like no regular job is like, yo, Mike, we gonna get busy tomorrow here at McDonald's. Tell like 2 other people to come to work tomorrow. These motherfuckers like, yo, call like 30 people to come to work. You know what I'm saying?
It was 2 weeks.
You got 50 people on it. They got 250 people on this job. Like they literally threw that shit up in 3 days, 72 hours.
You got to do your research and check with, you know what I'm saying, them folks from the Middle East. They always be gassing shit. It was 2 weeks is how long it took them to build. 3 days, that's fucking phenomenal because concrete and shit to dry and set like
We Googled
it. They wasn't using none of that though. They wasn't using none of that. They was using
it was literally built in 10 days.
Huh?
It was built in 10 days. Yeah.
But still, they built a 5-story hospital in 10 days. Like that shit is unheard of in America. That shit 2 years. You want a motherfucker need a new hospital in your neighborhood? That shit gonna be like 2 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They might finish they not even gonna finish the parking lot the first 10 days. These motherfuckers done built a 5-story hospital in 10 days. Like this shit popped up overnight.
That's because motherfuckers need an hour lunch break, 2 15-minute breaks, 5 bathroom breaks.
Nah, that's just because they can call in 6 times the amount of workforce you can call in overnight.
This is what I read
And
in
make
an
them
article.
work.
So I'm gonna pull it up to find out.
Nah, I just pulled it up. I just pulled
you
it up on the USA Today. Yeah, it was 10 days, in less than 2 weeks.
They said they finished it
Are
in
we
3.
taking shots?
We can
Well,
definitely.
one of us is.
Peach
thought
Von
what you
Schleich.
broke out the,
I gotta
yeah,
finish these.
well, come on.
They're both tequilas.
Hey, look at
Um,
that. That
What's
look
the
like
chase?
the other one I
No
had.
chase, no chase.
Oh.
That's
So
what I
both
said.
tequilas.
Like, why would you do that to tequila?
What?
I said, why would you do that to tequila? Like, chase it with juice and
Right.
other
I was
shit.
like, of course it's
Like,
no
let me just
chase.
have
Who-
tequila.
Who said that? Who said they wanted to? Hey, you never, ever chase tequila. I don't even like margaritas.
Man, I'll drink one, but
Yes.
I'll
I
damn
will,
sure
but I
wouldn't
don't
make that
like
shit
them.
at home. Like, if I'm out, I'll drink one, but I wouldn't make that shit at home ever.
I
Like,
need,
nope.
yeah, tequila is supposed to be drank straight,
Tasteful.
maybe
Like,
maybe chilled. That's about it. That's about all I'm gonna do is get it chilled.
man.
All right. Love y'all. Sorry, y'all, I got family over here.
It's all
Making
good.
sure I say my goodbyes, while I'm coughing and shit.
We getting ready to wrap this episode up anyway.
Right.
I want to know what the lesson learned is. Are we on keeping our 6-shooter and getting rid of our AKs and ARs? Even though I love the AR, I don't
Me
think
too.
they can't come take the AR from me.
I think that could be because, like, if we want that, we can still rent them from the range, and
You can still
you just don't need that shit
Nah,
at home.
I might need
it.
it just in case I want to put a hole in a motherfucker.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what be the sole purpose for having it, is hunting people. That's what the fuck we don't need, is people hunters. Like, it's already enough shit going on,
Like, I feel
man.
like
Some
I don't
people
know.
deserve to get a hole put in their chest, though. That's just
Like,
my opinion.
I feel
Yeah,
like this.
but like, it's just
Honestly
like,
speaking, oh, excuse me, shit. I'm burping in some more shit. But no, honestly speaking, for real, like, I really feel like no matter what, if I want to get my hands on an AR, I'm gonna get my hands on an AR. If I want to get my hands on a bazooka, I'm gonna get my hands on a bazooka no matter what. So, you know what I'm saying? Even when they tried to cut down on that shit, Bama still got what they wanted to get. So, by any means necessary, it's probably gonna happen anyway. I'm just saying. But I feel like there needs definitely, as far as like licensing and shit, like when you sell people these Jones, there does
nah,
need
but
to
that's the
be, in my
problem. You
opinion, a
shouldn't be
mental
able to sell a
evaluation,
nigga a fucking
something like that.
bazooka. Like, that's,
Well, no, like but I
the
get it.
issue
But
is
I'm
what
just
I'm
saying.
talking about. Like,
But I'm just saying
right.
it's accessible if
And
somebody
right,
wanted
that's
to
what I'm
get it, no
saying
matter
too. Like,
what.
that's
You
the
know what I mean?
problem, is that you gotta eliminate that shit. Like, you just gotta get that shit in the hands of just in the military and lock that shit up or something. Or like, you can't have that shit in normal neighborhood. With it, especially with us already discussing the fact that it's a serious, severe mental health problem going on in the United States. So you can't take a whole bunch of fucking crazy people and arm these niggas with ARs with 30 and 50 and 100 round drums. Like, that shit ain't safe for nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we already in agreement that there's a serious mental health problem, okay, everybody crazy. So you saying let's arm them with, no.
I'm not saying less. I'm definitely not saying
But it's accessible, like you said. Like, right now,
that.
like,
I'm just saying that
motherfuckers go
it'll
to,
probably happen
like,
anyway.
if you go to a gun show, you don't even got to do a background check. You just got to have a driver's license from that state. So you can go to a gun show and buy a fucking AK-47, fucking anything you want, a Uzi, a Desert Eagle, all that shit. And you can go there with, just as long as you got a driver's license that say fucking Maryland, and you in Maryland, then you good to go. You don't even, but if you go to a gun store, they gonna run the 3-day background check on you and send your shit through the FBI and all of that. You go to a gun show, you can just buy whatever the fuck you want that they selling.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, the way they sell ammunition at them gun deals, at them gun shows, if y'all never been, like, they sell this shit by the pound. Like, they put this shit in an ammo can and weigh it. And that's how many bullets you get. That's like, they sell it by the pound. This shit is ridiculous.
No, I have
yo.
never been to a gun show, so I
It's
can't even
fucking
speak
crazy.
on that. That's crazy.
Like $200 or $500, like $250 or $500. you'd come out of there with a gun. If you took another 500, you could come out of there with probably over 1,000 rounds because they're gonna weigh it. Like when I be hearing people in the news, like, yo, he had 2,000 rounds in the crib and a couple guns, like that's really not a lot of bullets.
Right.
If you have range, you can knock that off in a couple hours. But I'm just saying, if you just really just stockpiling some shit like that to go do something, then yeah, it's a problem because like you said, that type of shit is accessible. You can't have a motherfucker don't need 2,000 rounds on a machine gun living next door to me, and we ain't even on that type of time. Like, who you got beef with, nigga, the Iranians or something? Like, there is nobody that you need to have like 2,000 rounds sitting in the crib just waiting on a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit you need to get off the street.
Some of these motherfuckers is waiting on the zombie apocalypse.
Shut up, Mike, get out my hands.
That's what the fuck is really going on. They waiting for that. They waiting for that zombie apocalypse to come
Hey, I
down.
was about to say the same thing. That's what they waiting on, the zombie apocalypse. You seen the CDC?
Use that though as an excuse because even in The Walking Dead, like the
You
niggas
seen the
that had
CDC?
guns you needed a rifle. You know what I'm saying? They was dodging cats. One cat had a crossbow, one cat had a rifle. You know what I'm saying? Rick had the revolver. Like, that's still making my point for me. You still don't need no big ass machine gun, even in a fucking zombie apocalypse to survive.
Hey, man,
I'm with Biden on this one, man. I talk a lot of shit about old boy during the election, but man, I'm trying to tell you this shit today. Like, yo, the boy came out on some real shit. Like, if you ain't see the speech, he said, I got a lot of people in Congress praying on both sides. He said, we don't need no more damn prayer. We need some action. Fucking right, Biden. You get on. Yo, he was mad as shit. Yo,
We need some action. We need to wake up first. Goddamn.
Yo, but that's the truth though. Everybody always want to fucking hold hands and pray when a motherfucker start talking about fucking with their money. When Biden talking about taking their money away, then they like, yeah, well, let's just pray on it and talk about it. And he like, nah, fuck that. Y'all been praying for too long and y'all been collecting checks from the NRA and all these other gun organizations. And nah, it's time for some action. He told them straight up, I'm signing executive orders right now if y'all not gonna work together and fix this shit. And then boom, what you see right as soon as he gives this speech, a motherfucker shoots 5 people down here in Texas the same day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the president.
Like 5 people in Texas, 5 people in South Carolina,
and 5 people yesterday in South Carolina, 5 people today in Texas. Right after he gave his speech, like it's like you said earlier, like yo, it's a serious mental health problem, and you cannot.
It is the serious mental health, but I feel like just because one person, or I feel like the issue needs to be resolved from the roots instead of taking it from other people. We need to just actually get to the root of the issue and resolve it. So instead of be like, oh, we're gonna cut everybody, nobody can own a gun, or you can't own this kind, or you can have this but not this, or I feel like we should just get to the issue and the people that maybe do the background different, maybe do something different. Maybe people have to go through a class first or something, I don't know. I'm just saying, instead of just being able to go out there and get a gun, but I don't think it should be cut from everybody because you don't know everybody's situation and why they do or don't have things like that. I don't think, I definitely don't feel like I own one because I want to go out there and kill people. No, I feel like I own it for my own reasons, period. And I'm not really trying to use it towards like violence issues, but it's more of like, everything kills. A pen kills, a toothpick kills. It's, so.
I like an AK-47.
Okay,
Shit.
I get that, but things kill, so no, I feel like.
So Neda is for the crazy motherfuckers keeping their guns, and Daniel says, "Fuck that! Take all the guns away from the crazy
people should keep their guns.
That's basically what it seemed like. It seemed like this. That's what you're saying, though.
It's like this part though, but you got to look at it like this. If that's how you feel about it, right? This is how I'm looking at it. So when we go outside, we all got to wear a mask. All of us ain't got coronavirus, but we all got to wear a mask. Why? Just to be safe. So we can't have 6 motherfuckers on the block with bazookas and the other 4 niggas can't have none just because you think we might be crazy. Fuck that. If he got a bazooka, I want a fucking bazooka. Damn right. Or I'm going in his house and I'm taking that shit because I want one too. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna give it to me, but you can't just have half the people with some shit and half the people without some shit. Like, nah, you got to take this shit off the street, period. Everything got to go. Get y'all niggas some regular Glocks and shoot each other with that. But you don't need, you ain't had no fucking gear with Uzi.
No,
Like,
it's not about
what have you ever done with the Uzi besides had fun? That's all I've done with one, but it's never, that's not no shit that nobody need in the house. Like, for real.
No,
But
but
it's crazy.
It
They
is
just gotta
crazy.
eliminate certain guns. And he ain't taking back all guns. He talking about all that shit you see on Call of Duty don't need to be in a nigga's house next door to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just really how it be. And that's unfortunate that motherfuckers actually, like you said, got access to that shit. Like, the fact that it's even accessible to anybody besides the military makes no sense.
I think well, yeah, but I also think if someone wants to own something like that, I think they need to go with more of a strict kind of, not just a background check, but more of like a physical evaluation check before you can own something like that. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not saying to just hand it, but I'm saying that maybe if it was just more of a strict policy of being able to own guns like that, then maybe some people would just back up on their own because they know that they wouldn't even be able to pass. So they just, you know, I don't know. To be cut for everybody though. That's just me.
I guess on who got the power and with the NRA vote. That's what's going to determine what the fuck moves this week after Biden just gave that speech. Whoever got the power with the NRA vote, that's what's gonna happen. Or he gonna have to just do what he said and just write executive orders for everything and overrule everybody. But he damn sure about to do something though. Like that speech he just gave today, he about to do something.
Would he be about to do something if this was a normal hood situation, or is he doing
Hell
something
no.
because this is in a suburban area?
Hell no, you done
Because
got
it's tripping me
motherfuckers.
out.
You done
You know
got
what I'm saying?
motherfucking
Like,
white folks killed in Texas, white folks killed in South Carolina, and motherfucker, them Asians got killed in Atlanta. They like, nah. And something happened in Colorado too. Like, niggas been dying in Chicago, Philly, and DC all throughout the pandemic.
And my whole thing is this: like, I get like but y'all making a big deal about not saying like I'm not trying to, like, I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, or take what I'm about to say the wrong way, or think that I'm trying to be disrespectful or disregarding the people that lost their life, because I definitely am not. But my point is, this situation is on the forefront, national news, and Biden needs to make this serious ass speech and all this shit. But every day, my nigga, down the street from me, every day, somebody's losing their life from gun violence. So why is it that these people get killed of other races, other than the mass church shooting? You know what I'm saying? It trips me out with that shit.
The mass church
like
shooting?
now it's a fucking must. Now we gotta do this shit.
You said the mass church shooting? You talking about the one in South Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, having to do with our color and shit. And even with that color, even that shit with that, they fucking glorified him. So like I really find that shit just fucking disturbing as fuck, to be perfectly honest. Like, that shit's crazy to me.
You mean as far as how fast they reacted to do something?
Oh, always. With the whole Asian situation. That whole Asian American situation. They took that whole shit and then made that like, bro. But we've been going through this shit for so fucking long though, right?
Absolutely. They'll definitely tell you some crazy shit like, I mean, what y'all niggas tripping about? We let you paint Black Lives Matter on the street. You know what I'm saying?
That don't mean shit.
Y'all need to get over
like,
this
I
shit.
hope my folks know that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. They tossing us
Yeah.
pennies. That don't mean shit.
Yeah, that's what it. That's what.
You understand what
it
I'm
is.
saying? Because they're making a big deal out of this, but we still able to shoot each other every day in our hood that we just supposed to be confined in. That's where we supposed to be at. So
they got to do something about the schools. That shit is
every fucking thing.
Yeah, like, yo, like you can't be diverting money to this shit, and you can't even keep high schools open in Philly. You know what I mean? Like that's not legit at all. But you got an extra 400 billion on the side for the Saudis real quick, but you can't. But these 3 schools in Philly got to close. Like the fuck? And we already suffering with education and shit in Black communities. That don't make no sense to be shutting down schools.
I do.
Because you are at a lack of funds. Like
keep the less fortunate ignorant. Keep
that
them
shit
dumb.
Really be, that shit really be like Tupac said, like they got money for wars but can't feed the poor. That shit, because man, I'm telling you, if a motherfucker attack New York tomorrow, nigga, we got a quick $3 billion to go get back at them motherfuckers tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But if you got motherfuckers dying and starving of starvation and homelessness and all this shit and mental health issues, they can't find no money for that though. We ain't got no money for that. But
it's like I said at the beginning of the podcast. It's assets and liabilities. Niggas taking up government assistance. They don't give a fuck about them dying. Them motherfuckers just be like, shit. It's just one less mouth we gotta worry about feeding on government assistance. And it's the mentality. That's why I tell folks all the time, it's a war out here. And people
they should feel like that about white people. Now, they should feel like that about white people.
And the thing about it, what are we gonna do about it? Like, that's why I tell people all the time, you either gonna boss up and get your money and start making a change for you and your peoples around you, or you gonna go to war with these motherfuckers. And don't know Black folks want to go to war with white folks. They scared to death to do
war because motherfucking you would lose automatically.
I feel like
for real.
People do want to stand up and make a change. They just don't know where to go. Honestly, they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to just do what's posted on social media. You know what I mean? Go flip a house real quick, or go do this real quick, or go make a change this way, or or build, buy this with your credit. Most people are just like, shit, I'm just barely trying to figure out how to even just fix my credit, let alone trying to make a change. So a lot of people, I think, just, need a lot of assistance with being able to pick themselves up the right way, the correct way, the way without going into debt and putting us into the shit where we can only stay focused on month to month or 2 months in advance, or maybe just even up to 3, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like that's an issue too.
They definitely be trying to design to keep you ignorant so you can ask for help, because that's how you keep a steady stream of customers. That's like with doctors. Like the best patient is a sick one, because as long as I just treat this motherfucker and I don't cure him, shit, that's job security like a motherfucker, because I'm gonna see him tomorrow.
I'm gonna be able to put all my kids through college.
And you gonna pay, right, and you gonna pay me. Or somebody gonna fucking pay me, the state gonna pay me, your insurance gonna pay me, somebody's fucking paying me.
Let me write this prescription. Let me write this prescription and get paid off that shit.
If it's some shit that's just like, yo, you can just go
home. Put you on that opioid.
And gargle some salt water and you'll be good. That's not the fucking prescription he gonna give you. He gonna be like, yo, take these pills and come back and see me in 10 days when they run out. I got you one refill, and then I'm telling you, like, because shit, if you go home and gargle some salt water, this motherfucker ain't get paid. Like, shit, what doc driving around in a fucking Toyota? Them niggas got Porsches and Lamborghinis. And shit. Like, not saying Toyota a fucked up car, but I'm just saying, like, what do you really do? You just hand out pills all day and you fucking got a Benz?
They do. They buy their kids for their 16th birthday a Toyota, fully paid.
And that's what keeps people into needing help, is because the prescriptions are so expensive and they just put you on one, and then this one to help with the side effects of this one, and this one for this one. Next thing you know, you went in for one thing, you're walking out with 12 bottles, and you're like, what the fuck, how much is my total? And they're like, a couple of $100. And so, that's what keeps people needing assistance, is because everything is so expensive. And it's like, well, instead of me working a 10-hour job and trying to pay for this and this and this regular life expenses, now I have to pay for my food and my medication. No, let me just go ahead and just get the help. And this way, that's how they stay track of you. They know what you're doing, how much you're making, where you're at, what medications you're on, how your health is doing. So I think we need to be able to get to a way where the people can help each other out to be able to get to the next level of their goals in life, with trying to do it debt free, because it's like, it's just it's a dead end road. It's hard. Like, once you feel like you got something figured out, something else hits, and they just don't let you off the hook. So,
That just be the rich people though, holding that shit down. They don't want you to be educated. That's why I said they'll keep closing fucking high schools. You know what I mean? They don't want you to learn no new shit. Like, and then like what you talking about, like with the people coming together, the same shit the rich people do is just like when they hit the lick on the GameStop thing and all normal people came together and stung their ass and hit them for like almost 6 billion overnight. Them motherfuckers was mad as shit. And they was like, yo, what can we do? Nigga, we changed the rules. Bitch, in the middle of the game?
Right.
You can't just start talking about touchdowns count for 10 points now because you getting your ass whooped. Like, nah.
Hit the reset button.
Reset.
Y'all niggas ain't slick. Like, this is fucked up. We stinging y'all ass, and all of a sudden you like, yo, hold on, pause. No, man.
You're gonna internet cord. You're gonna internet cord.
Man, you can't stop this shit. Like, nah, like that's what they do. Like, soon as you try to come together and outthink these motherfuckers, they'll switch the rules up in the middle of the game on you, and like that shit ain't right. Like, nah, I see why. And then people going bankrupt and shit. Like, hey, so what you gonna do? Keep changing the rules? Because the next time they come out with a stock like that, we all gonna do the same thing again, and buy all that shit, and then hey, fuck it, get out real quick. That's them. They stuck with the debt. But then they're gonna start changing the rules, and then that's when you're gonna see that all this shit is just a facade. It's just bullshit. Like,
it's all a spoof.
Right. It's just a smoke screen. Because there's no way you can tell me like every other legitimate civil suit should be against that company right now, because they fucked so many people on that day. Like, once the afternoon hit and everybody really woke up and seen what was going on, everybody jumped on that shit, and they was like, yo, these niggas about to hit us for like $6 billion. Like, we got turn the machines off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. What you gonna say? You lost your Wi-Fi connection or something, nigga? Like, y'all, like, everybody got in on that shit.
I remember hearing
that wasn't right. But that's just how fast that they'll show you. Like, nah, it's definitely two different classes, because you can't stop the game in the third quarter and just switch shit up. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah.
You can when you run the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And the only thing that runs America is motherfucking money and pussy. That's it. That's what runs America, and people don't want to admit it.
Global
thing.
Like, and violence. And violence. And violence. Like, I'm saying, like, when I try to tell you, like, when you say like people is ready for a change and a revolution, and I'm like, yo, we gonna have to do this shit diplomatically, because right now you can't win. This if you ever seen the fucking Nat Turner story, that's just how this shit would go down.
That's our family.
You would get off a couple shots for a few days, and then you would eventually be crushed. Because I'll ask you this: name me two niggas you know with a tank. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kanye West and 2 Chainz is the only two that I seen on Instagram with something similar to a tank. That's it.
Right, similar to a tank. And
Not a tank.
and then fuck that. Name me one nigga you know with a nuke. That ends it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that ends the whole conversation right there. Like
what are we doing here?
And yeah, we turn this joint on and shoot it over your neighborhood. Like that ends that.
Mm-hmm.
Money. That's why I tell people money is what changes everything. You got enough bread.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to go the diplomatic route. Like, because I mean, if you look at it like that, like you would lose anyway because we don't own shit. Like we own some shit, but we don't
own enough shit. We own some shit, but we don't own enough
black
shit.
water companies, ain't no black airlines, ain't no black railroads. Y'all niggas is effectively cut the fuck off. You can't
Killer
fly
Mike,
by the train.
Killer Mike had a joint on Netflix called Trigger Warning.
And your gas.
If y'all haven't seen Trigger Warning on Netflix, check it out. He tried to do everything black for like a day or a couple days. Like eat black, buy black, sleep black, like everything. Man, nigga ended up sleeping on a park bench. Like, he could not do it. Nothing. Couldn't phone, everything. Like I think he found a phone that was by a wireless company, like a black-owned wireless company. But like it's crazy. Like when you start thinking about that real concept, you can't do that. That's why like you said, you got to be diplomatic. You got to come to the table with something that's talking about change. Let's and like I tell people, we get our money together, we can do some things. We can pool our resources together and start buying some things or create the society within a society. I've been on that for years. Like that's the way to go.
But you still gonna need shit from outside though. And
you
still gonna have to like I said, be diplomatic about shit because because even if we pool our resources, like shit, how we gonna meet up? Ain't none of us got no planes. You know what I'm saying? They got all the planes and the railroads. Like,
hey, what happened? I thought Bob Johnson had something going on with his he was in the airline industry. What happened? That joint went bankrupt?
What went bankrupt?
I thought Bob Johnson.
I saw something about that.
I thought he had a plane. Like he had
plane
some,
or airline or something.
Yeah, ownership in an airline.
I
know Spirit Airlines. I will never.
that.
I think Spirit Airlines is black owned, as motherfucking pathetic as they are. But you know what I'm saying? That's just my biased opinion.
Well, we can use Spirit. I mean, they got.
I'm just talking shit. I don't know.
Fucked up with Spirit. And Spirit got little ass seats, but the good part is all they planes is new. So I ain't never seen
motherfuckers would let me get on a plane. They closed the door 15 minutes early on me. I had the motherfucking, they ain't have another flight to the end of the night. Like they only had 2 flights. So pissed off at them motherfuckers. Never flying y'all shit again. I tell everybody, fuck them. I ain't never
when I first flew Spirit, I was so sick, yo. I was like, yo, they don't got no TVs on this joint. I gotta pay for water. Like, damn.
That's about Hawaiian Airlines.
Hawaiian Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
Who, Bob Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew he had something to do with an airline. I just ain't know which one it was. Well, look, that's gonna wrap up this first episode. I think we done covered a broader range of topics. We're gonna meet y'all back here in about a week or so. We're gonna let this thing marinate like neck bone juice. Y'all have a good night.
Later.
Peace.